We're on the beautiful Swan 53 Bedouin with Linda Goddard and crew. Linda, you're a day away, less than a day away from the Fastnet Race, and this boat's been fairly peripatetic. You come from Sydney, but Bedouin's been in the Med for a couple of years.
That's right.
Tell us briefly a little bit about the story of what got you here.
We started sailing in the Mediterranean in 2020, and we started with doing a lot of cruising around Portugal, Spain, France, did the Corsica and Sardinia. Then we started to dabble in a bit of regatta sailing, did the Swan Cup in 2022, did the Voiles de Tropez in 2022, and we really, really loved it. And we worked really well together as a crew. My kids thought it was the best thing that they've done.
What, you're racing particularly, yes?
Racing
Not just
in particular.
cruising.
Racing
cool.
in particular. I mean, it's so different. The cruising and the racing is just so
absolutely.
different, such different beasts. But then we got hooked. So then we thought we'd start doing some offshore racing. So we did the Agean 600 in 2023 and again in 2024 and the Middle Sea Race in 2024. And so we thought, hey, let's do the Fastnet. We just qualified for the Fastnet doing the Middle Sea Race in 2024. Right. So we thought we'd do one of the bigger ones here tomorrow.
Fantastic. And what you've done really well is select a very, very accomplished navigator in Alice Barker.
We have. We are very, very lucky to have Alice. We are thrilled that she's on our boat. And I think that she is really looking forward to the food. She went to
the pasta with I think
zucchini.
Yes,
zucchini. We have the pasta with zucchini. We've got lasagna. Actually, our sous chef here was.
You're a sous chef,
the
JJ.
Sous chef
Right.
was
Okay.
cooking
We'll hear
all
about
day
that
with
shortly.
our head chef, and so the head chef's still in the kitchen, I think, working. But we've got a full menu planned for the next 5 days, and so she's looking forward to not having meat pies or dried food.
That's what she was telling us earlier. And she's also looking forward not to having quite the level of high pressure as stress she has in bigger boats. Right, so we should hear from the rest of you. So, have all of you been sailing all of this time? Let's start with who are we going to start with?
Start with Lily.
Yeah, go Lily. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, we've been sailing as long as...
We've had the boat.
Yeah, we've been sailing as long as we've had the boat,
Right,
so we were kind of thrown into the deep end with the racing because we'd never done any dinghy sailing or any smaller boat sailing, which is definitely a unique way to enter the racing scene.
Yeah.
But I have no complaints. I absolutely love racing. I love this boat, and I think the experiences are really, really unique.
Fantastic. And the same for you, Lily?
Yeah, same for me. We both started in 2020 with cruising and then 2022 with racing. And I think that it's been a pretty good step by step, starting with the Swan Cup, which was less competitive, and then going to other just day regattas, to the Agean 600 and then the Middle Sea Race and now the Fastnet. I feel like we've done a good kind of step up. So that's made the kind of experience a lot less daunting because we've been there every step of the way.
Fantastic. And Zoe, you're presumably joining in on all of this as well. Can I say safely that Swan 53 is a very good way to start things, but it gets pretty rough once you go beyond that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this boat is beautiful, first off. And we are quite lucky that it's relatively comfortable compared to some of the other boats.
2 toilets, I believe.
2 toilets, a kitchen. I mean, it's luxurious here.
Fantastic.
But it's such a privilege and it's such an opportunity. And I also think that all these races that we're doing, it's such a great way to learn. I don't think you learn more than on these races about yourself, about teamwork, about how to connect with others and how to work together. So. I mean,
fantastic. Well, let's pass the mic on to JJ, the sous chef.
Here we go.
So, to shine, Jay.
Sous chef, what does that entail?
I've been chopping up a lot of the foods, and also we've been transporting the food onto the boat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good. You're actually the most important person, because it doesn't matter how the boat sails if you don't get proper food. This is miserable. Yeah. So. Good work.
For the soul.
It's fuel for the soul.
Exactly.
For the soul.
Yeah.
And you're enjoying the sailing? You're likewise been on with the boat?
Yeah. I haven't done as many of the races as I was a lot younger. But so far I've really enjoyed the racing.
Fantastic.
JJ's been doing a lot more dinghy sailing too.
Okay, so what sort of dinghy sailing have you been?
I've been going on the laser, I think,
Okay.
every week during the season.
Great.
But yeah.
Yep, fun. That's a great way of getting the basics too, because the rest sort of follows a little bit that, but there's plenty of people who do it the other way around.
Yeah, that's
good.
right.
What are you most looking forward to in the Fastnet, Linda?
I honestly like the challenge of it all.
Yeah.
The whole thing coming together. So you've got the prep, which is pretty intense. We've got more of a unique situation than a lot of other boats here. We're primarily a cruising boat, and then we have to change it over to be a racing boat.
Yeah.
So it takes us days
Yeah.
to do that. We've got to get all the glassware off, the plates, the pots, the
Floorboards.
cushions, the floorboards. We change the floorboards out.
Really?
We
Yeah.
change.
Wow.
We have to cover the walls. We have to cover all the wood because it's beautiful teak inside.
yes.
So we have to cover everything because during the race we're going to be slamming sails down there. We're going to be pulling wet spinnakers down. We're going to be, it could be rough. There's going to be things flying around. So the whole boat has to be protected so that when we come and turn it back into a cruising boat, it looks the same. So that's a really big part of the process, and of course then we're pushing the boat a lot. I mean, we're pushing a cruising boat to be a racing boat, and we're stressing it. So we always have to be very vigilant about.
So was part of that stress why you were looking for a welder this morning
Yes,
for your bowsprit?
exactly. So
And I take it the welder arrived.
he did.
Good.
He did, and he fixed it. So
Great.
we're very pleased about that. But that's a safety issue. So the one thing that I'm really, really strict on this boat, as I think hopefully most people are, is safety. So we make sure that on safety-wise we are absolutely 100%.
Great.
Because when you're out there by yourself, something goes wrong, you've got really. You could be all alone.
Yeah.
So we're absolutely on top of that. So that part of it's great, and then obviously the racing part. It's hard. You're tired. You could be seasick. You could be hungry. You're cold.
Yeah.
But you still have to get up for your watch. You still have to. You still have to be alert, and you have to be a good decision maker. And I think the experience of all of that for the kids is completely unique, and it's one of the I think few sports where it all has to come together, where you've got the sailing component, which they obviously have to have, but there's so much more than just the sailing in an offshore regatta, an offshore race.
Yep. I think we'll wrap up with that. That's
Okay.
fantastic.
Great.
Have a wonderful race.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you in Cherbourg, hopefully.
Yep. Thank you.
And go well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
guys. Thank you.